So, this is Bobby with my update about my pregnancy, week 6. So, today is October 20th, 2019. I am still doing progesterone shots, and I have actually discovered something. I used to use like a larger kind of a ice pack to help to like prepare my hip area for my progesterone shots. And I watched one of the videos on YouTube and I found something amazing. So it's a ice wraps gel pack. You can see the name. I don't know if it has a brand. Yeah, it's made in Canada. And this is a game changer. Oh my goodness. I just slide it into my yoga pants and it kind of prepares my upper right or upper left part of my butt cheek. And then I can do this progesterone shot. So this is how long the needle is. I think it's like inch and a half. So, and this is how much progesterone is in with sesame oil. I take 1.5, I think it's milliliters or units, whatever it is. 1.5, and it certainly is quite a bit, and I have to do it morning and night for, I believe, first 12 weeks of pregnancy. So I feel like I'm halfway through, thank goodness. And then I also take estrogen in the morning and at night for little tablets like this. So these are super easy to take. And then I also take aspirin in the morning. I believe it helps with the blood flow to the uterus. So this time around, I'm comparing it to my last pregnancy. And oh my gosh, I can tell a huge difference because all I want to do is sleep. I can sleep in the morning, I can sleep in the afternoon, I can sleep after work. Literally, I'm just like wiped out. I mean, part of it maybe is that I stopped drinking coffee. I decided not to do any caffeine. This time around, maybe I'll do it for the first 3 months. I'll see how it goes. Maybe once past week 12, I may have a little bit of coffee in the morning because that has caught me off by surprise. And last week, I had a few days where I wasn't too busy with work. And at first, I was like, oh my gosh, where are my clients? I want to work. But then after a couple days, I was like, oh my gosh, thank God that I can just lie down, do one client a day, and rest. I think the main difference is that, of course, this time I decided to do 2 embryos. So I think so far, I believe I may still have twins, in my uterus because as I've been doing some research and reading with twins, that's what happens. You're like exhausted all the time. And the first time I was more hungry and I was craving like carbs all the time. This time around, I'm definitely not craving as much food. I still eat carbs and it feels good. It's kind of comforting. But sometimes I'll just have like oatmeal with some seeds in the morning, maybe pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, not sesame seeds, sunflower seeds. And then I don't eat for about 4 hours. Although today I actually did work. I had one client for facial. And I think I ate at 8 o'clock. And during the facial, I felt like I think my blood sugar dropped. I started being hungry and I almost felt like, oh my gosh, I hope I'm not gonna like faint or anything. But I was okay. And I've noticed that I'm probably a little bit more dehydrated. Like it's so hard to drink water. I have to like really push myself. I definitely don't drink like the half of what's recommended for me. So I think I have to get better with this. What I have been craving almost every day, I would have a tomato, either like little cherry tomatoes with mozzarella, like little balls, and then I make a salad. Or I had pasta with sauce today, with like tomato sauce. So far, I think I've been craving more sour kind of things. Although recently I have started craving like sweets, which is surprising because like last pregnancy I did not have any cravings for sweets. So yeah, like I said, the major thing is that I'm just tired and fatigued, and thank goodness I have pomegranate juice, which I think gives me a little bit of a boost of energy. And I also take Body Balance, which is a seaweed supplement, which gives me just a slight little boost of energy as well. I'll take it like maybe before afternoon. But yeah, as soon as I'm finished, I think it was Friday night. Friday night, I just lied down and took a nap right after work. And then I was ready to go to bed at like 9 o'clock just to lay there and read and watch some videos. So I think that's my major update. I do have a little bit of cramping going on in my like abdomen area. I have so far gained 3 pounds over the last 3 weeks because that's when or maybe almost a month, that's when my embryo transfer was. Most of the time, like I said, I'm not super, super hungry. And some foods I've noticed, I would go to the store and buy them, and then I would come home and just like look at it. I'm like, it doesn't taste good. And I would throw it away. So it's definitely not like aversion to foods, but for sure it's that the food is like, it's okay. It's not like I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to have this. So I think that's about it. Trying to think what else. I do feel like my belly is getting a little bit bigger, kind of more like bloated. Um, and I definitely have like soreness in my boobs, and they're like much, much bigger already. So things are expanding slowly, slowly and surely. And I do have, oh, so I decided to not have ultrasound. Last time I had ultrasound at 5.5 weeks, 6.5 weeks, and 7.5 weeks. And I started reading, how ultrasounds are 100% safe. So I decided to skip the couple of the first ones, and then next week, next Tuesday, I'm gonna have 7.5 week ultrasound. So I guess I'll have a chance to see if there is still two babies, because there's possibility that one embryo may not be developing, but so far I feel like both are. Um, so we'll see, and I'll update you then. Thanks for watching.